Hello, dear TET and DSC candidates. Welcome back to my Grammar for Success channel. I am Koresh Babu, a retired lecturer in English from Hyderabad. In today's video, I am going to teach you about the correct use of verbs and tenses. So this grammatical aspect is very important for your TET and DSC examination, and therefore I request all of you to pay a very good attention to this and watch this video till the end without skipping it in the middle. I also request all of you, please consider subscribing to my channel and also sharing this video with all your near and dear ones. Thank you so much, and now let's get into the video. The simple past should be used with the past time words only. The simple past tense, all of you know very well, and this simple past tense is used only with the past time indicating words. Past time indicating words, what are the past time indicating words? Ago is a past time indicating word. Kritam, a week ago, 2 months ago, a year ago. Ago indicates a past time, okay? And yesterday, you know very well, it's a past time indicating word. Yesterday morning, yesterday afternoon, last evening, last night, last week, last month, last year, last Sunday, in 1996. See, these are all some examples given here. These are all past time indicating words. With these past time indicating words, you must use only the simple past tense but not present perfect tense. But this is why, because most of the students make use of the present perfect tense with these past time indicating words. That is the mistake we generally make. The same mistake will be given in the examination. So you have to correct it in this way. So here I'm going to give you a few examples to make you understand this rule. Okay, pay attention to this. My father has gone to Madras last night. So the action of going to Madras took place last night. The action of going to Madras took place last night. It is a past time. So since this action took place in the past time, what is that? You should not express this in the present perfect tense. You have to express it in the only simple past tense that is there. So then what should you say? My father went to Madras last night. Okay, this is how you have to correct it. My father has gone to Madras last night is wrong. My father went to Madras last night, right? That is there. One more example. I have seen the film yesterday. See, seeing the film, this action took place yesterday. That means it happened in the past. So when that is the case, you should not use present perfect here. What should you do then? You must use simple past tense. You must say, I saw the film yesterday. It's like that. And one more example is given here. He has married Kavita in 2018. Oh my God. The action of marrying Kavita took place in 2018. Oh, long ago. Right, and this action has been expressed in present perfect. This is therefore absolutely wrong. You have to therefore say he married Kavita in 2018. Okay, in this way, whenever there is a past time indicating word given in the sentence, you should not use present perfect but only the simple past tense. Okay, in the examination he will give you present perfect with a past time indicating word. Then you have to say it is not the right one. You have to use the simple past tense in that sentence. So this is how you have to understand. And now let's move on to learn other things. Number 2, the present perfect and present perfect continuous tenses should be used with since plus point of time, for plus period of time, and how long. Please keep these 3 points in your mind. Since plus point of time, for plus period of time, and how long. With these expressions, you must use either present perfect or present perfect continuous tense, but not present continuous tense. This is very important. This you should not use. You should use only this one, right? And how? Let us see some examples. I am knowing her for a long time. See here, for plus period of time is given here. With this, you know, we have here is given present continuous tense. This is quite wrong. And what should we say? I have known her for a long time. You cannot say I have been knowing her. You cannot say, because this verb cannot be used in the continuous tenses. Okay, it should be used only in the present perfect. I have known her for a long time. This is going to be a very important sentence, because several times I have come across a sentence with this kind of verb in your examination. and therefore please pay a very good attention to this. And one more example I am giving you here is doing the homework since 8 o'clock. Since plus point of time is given. Here for plus period of time, since plus, here since plus point of time. Whenever there is since plus point of time, you should not use present continuous tense. This point you immediately flash in your mind. It must flash in your mind. Right. And here, what should you say? He has been doing homework since 8 o'clock. Okay. Present continuous wrong. Present perfect continuous is right. So one more example is given here. They are working in this college for the last 10 years. For plus period of time is given. With this only present continuous used. This is absolutely wrong. And that's for what should we say? They have been working. This is present perfect continuous tense. They have been working in this college for the last 10 years. So this is what this rule tells you. This is going to be a very, very important rule. Of course, almost all the important rules are given in this video, but this is going to be somewhat more and more important because several times I find questions posed on this particular grammatical aspect. Okay, right. Okay, now let's move on to learn the next rule. Third one is here. What is the third one? This is again a very, very important one. Please pay a very good attention to this rule. What is this? The verbs, certain verbs are there. Discuss, describe, order, stress, marry, meet, tell, attend. These are only very, very important verbs that are being generally given in the examination. That's what I would like to tell you. Of course, there may be other verbs, but here these are only the most important verbs. What does the rule say? These verbs are not followed by the prepositions. These verbs do not take prepositions after them. So here generally people use wrongly these prepositions. After discuss they use about. This is wrong. After describe about is used. After order for is used. After stress on is used. After marry with is used. After meet with is used again. After tell to is used. After attend to is there. So with these verbs, these prepositions are generally wrongly used. They are not supposed to be used after them. Please keep this point in your mind, and these verbs don't take these prepositions after them. But in the examination, prepositions are given. If everything is given correctly, what job you are going to do there? So therefore, a wrong sentence must be given in the examination. Then you have to find out where the mistake is lying. So then you find out the mistake and you correct it and you get 1 mark or 2 marks allotted for that. Okay, and here let us now see some examples. He described about his journey. See, after describe about is used. Because the meaning of this about is already in this describe. He described about his journey. Atadu tana journey gurinchi varnincharu. In this word describe, varninchuta, in that only the meaning of this about is there. The meaning of this about is already in this. Therefore, why using this about again? And therefore, you should not say about. He described his journey. This itself is enough because the meaning of this is already in this. Therefore, again using this is bad. Right. And here I have ordered for 4 teas. Ordered for. So this for should not be used here because the meaning of this is already in this verb order. Order itself means for something. Order something. This for, the meaning of this for is already in this, and therefore using this for again is a mistake. Okay, then therefore you have to say I have ordered 4 teas. That's right. And here many students have attended to the meeting. See, attended to, this is bad. You should not say attended to because the meaning of this preposition to is already in this attended, in this verb, and therefore using to after this again is a mistake. Therefore, we have to say many students have attended the meeting. So this is how you have to correct the mistake. Please keep these verbs and the prepositions that we use wrongly after them in your mind. Okay. And now let's move on to learn a few more examples I think I have given. So let us learn even them also. One more example is given here. He has married with Geeta. See, married with, this is wrong. Because the meaning of this with is already in this verb marry. And therefore, again using this preposition with after this is wrong. Therefore, you have to say, he has married Geeta. That's enough. And one more example, I am going to meet with my old friend. Meet with is wrong. You have to say, I am going to meet my old friend, because the meaning of this with is already in this verb meet. Why using this with again? Is it not meaningless? Is it not superfluous? Right. Fourth one is there. Okay, these examples are over. Now we are going to learn about the fourth rule. What does the fourth rule say? The verb call, all of you know very well, is not followed by as. The verb call is not followed by as. But most of the people use as after this verb call. That we should avoid. Okay, how? Let us see that here. Tagore wrote a book of poems called as Gitanjali. Called as. Okay, people say called as, don't say called as. Simply you say Tagore wrote a book of poems called Gitanjali. She called him as a fool. Called is not followed by as. What should you say then? She called him a fool. That itself is enough. Don't say called as a fool. No. Right. So in this way, the verb call is not followed by the word as of. Okay. Right. And now let's move on to learn other things. Fifth one is there. The verb enter, meaning to go in, is not followed by the preposition into. This verb enter is there. Enter means to go into. Whenever this verb means this, it is not followed by the preposition into. That means into is not used after this verb enter. Okay, right. How? Let us see that here. She entered into the interview hall with tension. Entered into. Don't say enter into. The meaning of into is already in this. Why using into after that? That is the explanation. The meaning of this into, the preposition, is already in this. Why using this into again? Will it not be meaningless? Will it not be superfluous? Okay, redundant, right? And here, he entered the interview hall with tension. The interview hall with tension. And here, when the teacher entered into the class, all the students got up with reverence. Entered into. Okay, again, that's a mistake. You should say, when the teacher entered the class. Entered itself is enough. Enter means loniki velluta. The meaning of this loniki is already in this verb. Why using into again? Therefore, it's a meaningless thing. So this is like this. And here, this is all about this enter. One exception is there under this. And let me tell you about that exception. Exception is given. What is that? When enter is used in the sense of to make oneself a party to something, we can use into. When enter means loniki vellu, one meaning. Enter means oppandamu kudurchukonu. To make oneself a party to something. To make oneself a part and parcel of something, a party to something, then it can be used into this. Okay, you can use into after that. He entered into an agreement with the company. అతడు కంపెనీతో ఒక అగ్రిమెంట్ చేసుకున్నాడు. ఒప్పందం కుదుర్చుకోవడం. Entered into an agreement. He is not entering into a room or a hall or a bathroom or kitchen or anything like that. He entered into, here the meaning of this is different. He entered into an agreement. ఒప్పందాన్ని కుదుర్చుకోండి. ఒప్పందంలోనికి వెళ్ళలే, ఒప్పందం కుదుర్చుకున్నాడు ఆ కంపెనీతో. So here then you can use entered into, is okay. One more example. The government agreed to enter into negotiations with the supplier of books. Enter into negotiations. So this is different. Enter into it, to make oneself a party to something. So here one more example is given. We can know the pulse of the people when we enter into the public life. Then can you know the pulse of the people? ప్రజల నాడు ఎప్పుడు తెలుస్తుంది? Whenever you just enter into the public life. This public life is not a room, is not a house, is not a hall. So therefore, this here enter into is different. That enter into is different. So here enter into public life. Public life లోకి వెళ్తే వాళ్ళ నాడు ఏమిటో తెలుస్తుంది. ఎలక్షన్లో ఎవరు కొట్టేస్తారు, ఎవరు గెలుస్తున్నారు. So that is that. Whatever it is, right. You should not enter into a contract without studying its provisions carefully. So in this way, whenever we use the verb enter in the sense of to make oneself a party to something, then we can use into. But whenever we use the verb enter in the sense of to go into, then we should not use any preposition after that. So please keep this point in mind. Now let's move on to learn other things. Sixth one is that the verbs bid, let, make, see, help, suggest. Please keep these verbs in your mind, and these verbs are followed by a plain infinitive, but not by a to infinitive. So this is also going to be very, very important for your TET examination, DS examination, whatever it is. Okay, right. Then before you understand this rule, you try to understand what this infinitive is. What is an infinitive? I think I have told you about this several times, but once again here I am going to tell you about this infinitive. You know very well, if you use to before a verb, that is called a to infinitive. To go, to play, to eat, to eat, to sleep, okay, to read. So these are all called to infinitives. Whenever you use to before the plain verb or base form verb, these are all base form verbs. If you use a to before them, that becomes a to infinitive. But whenever you drop it, then that becomes a plain infinitive. To better the to infinitive, to teaches the plain infinitive. See here, this to infinitive, plain infinitive, all this problem will come only after the main verb only, because you know very well, subject, verb. Subject will be there, verb will be. After that, he went to, etc. Hyderabad. He went to Hyderabad. Subject is there, verb is there. After that, verbs will be occurring here. మెయిన్ వెర్బ్ తర్వాత వెర్బ్స్ రకరకాల రూపాలలో వస్తాయి. అప్పుడు వాటికి అనేకమైన పేర్లు ఉంటాయి. పార్టిసిపుల్ అని, జెరండ్ అని, టు ఇన్ఫినిటివ్ అని, ప్లెయిన్ ఇన్ఫినిటివ్ అని, అప్పుడు వస్తాయి పేర్లు. అసలైన వెర్బ్ ఇది. దిస్ ఇస్ ద రియల్ వర్బ్. హి వెంట్ టు హైదరాబాద్. వై? టు బై ఎ క్లోత్స్. టు బై, దిస్ ఎ ప్లే టు ఇన్ఫినిటివ్. After this verb is taking a to infinitive, but certain verbs don't. These verbs don't take a to infinitive. Can you pay attention? What is that? He went to Hyderabad to buy clothes. Okay. So this verb is taking a to infinitive, but these verbs are there. They don't take a to infinitive. They take only a plain infinitive. So therefore, keep these verbs in your. Most of the verbs take a to infinitive. Don't worry about that. But only these are the special verbs that take a plain infinitive. Plain infinitive means without to. To infinitive without to. Right, that is there. So I'll give you some examples to make you understand that. His father does not let Mohan to go swimming. His father does not let. Let is there. Let Mohan to go. This verb let does not take to infinitive after that. It takes only plain infinitive. Therefore, you have to say his father does not let Mohan go swimming. If you drop to, that becomes a, from the to infinitive, if you drop to, it becomes a plain infinitive. That's all. But remember, these verbs only take after them a plain infinitive. So therefore, keep these verbs in your mind. And here, the teacher made the boys to clean the room. This make verb is also there. It will also take a plain infinitive and not the to infinitive. Okay. The teacher made the boys to clean. To clean is not correct. What should you say? Clean. The teacher made the boys clean the room. It's like that. One more example. My neighbor helps me to solve this problem. This help is also there. Help. This verb also doesn't take a to infinitive after this, but a plain infinitive. Therefore, you cannot say my neighbor helps me to solve this problem, but you say my neighbor helps me solve this problem. Now we can easily understand. And the last example, I think it is, I have seen her to go to a pub. I have seen her to go to a pub. To go. This verb see is also there. The verb see also doesn't take a to infinitive after it, but only a plain infinitive. And therefore, the sentence must be like this. I have seen her go to a pub. Please keep this rule in your mind. Now let's go to learn the next rule. Seventh one is here. What is the seventh one? In the adverbial clauses of time and condition, only the simple present tense should be used, but not simple future. This is a very, very important one. Out of these important rules given in this video, this is going to be a very, very important rule. And here, adverbial clauses of time are there. What are they? What is that? No, since, okay, before, after, till, until, Okay, as, when, as soon as, if, and unless. Please keep these conjunctions in your mind. Since, before, after, till, until, as, when, as soon as, if, unless. If, unless are conjunctions making adverbial clauses of condition, and all other conjunctions form adverbial clauses of time. Okay, whatever it is, after these conjunctions, there must be used only simple present, not simple future, when some condition is there. Okay, this conjunction means two parts will be there in the sentence. Okay, these are all conjunctions, mean there must be two parts in that sentence. So the sentence after these conjunctions, the sentence before this conjunction. So before these conjunctions, if at all there happens to be simple present or simple future. Remember, before these conjunctions, if at all there is simple present or simple future, then after these conjunctions there must be used simple present but not simple future. But in the examination he will give you the simple future tense to confuse you. Ani right is jasta. So he will give you a wrong sentence by giving simple future tense. This is the rule. ఈ కంజంక్షన్స్ కు ముందు భాగములోని సెంటెన్స్ లో సింపుల్ ప్రెజెంట్ గాని సింపుల్ ఫ్యూచర్ గాని ఉంటే, ఈ కంజంక్షన్స్ తో ఉన్నటువంటి వాక్య భాగములో సింపుల్ ప్రెజెంట్ టెన్సే ఉండి తీరవలే, సింపుల్ ఫ్యూచర్ ఉండకూడదు. I hope it is quite clear now, right? Now let us take up some examples. She will come when she will be ready. After, before this when, what is there? Simple future is there. Okay, but after this what is there? Again simple future is there. Wrong. What should you say then? She will come when she is ready. When she's, I'll clear it for your convenience. Okay, right. After simple present. Easy simple present. Okay, of course. I shall inform you as soon as he will come here. As soon as is there. After this simple future is there. Before that simple future is there. Whenever there is simple future in the sentence given before the conjunction, there must be simple present after that conjunction. So here I shall inform you as soon as he comes here. That's correct. And here two examples are enough. And now we go to the next rule. Eighth one, universal truth should be indicated by the simple present tense but not by the simple future. So this point is also very important. Universal truths are there. Universal truths means they were true in the past, they are true in the present, they are going to be true in the future. Such things are called universal truths, right? And here these universal truths must be expressed only in the simple present tense but not in the simple future tense. Okay, and in the examination a sentence is given, these universal truths are given in the simple future, and you have to correct them and express them in the simple present tense. Okay, the sun will rise in the east. It's a universal truth. Whether you believe in this or not, the sun will rise only in the east. And then here this universal truth is expressed in the simple future. This is absolutely wrong. You have to therefore say the sun rises in the east. Simple present. One more example is given here. The earth will revolve around the sun. Again, this is also a universal truth. Whether you believe in that or not, the sun will be going round and round and round the sun. So it is there. So then you cannot express this in the simple future. You have to express it in the simple present. And then you have to say the earth revolves around the sun. So these rules are also very important. And now let's move on to learn the other rules. Ninth one, if the main clause is in the past tense, the ensuing subordinate clause should also be in the relevant past tense. Okay, that is the rule of the sentence in the English language. If at all the sentence begins with simple past tense, again there must be used only the relevant past tense in the remaining part of the sentence. సెంటెన్స్ సింపుల్ పాస్ట్ టెన్స్ లో మొదలైతే అటు తర్వాత వచ్చేది కూడా తగిన రెలవెంట్ పాస్ట్ టెన్స్ లోనే ఉండవాలి. దట్ ఈస్ దేర్. హౌ? లెట్ us see that here. We thought past tense from the sentence. The sentence has begun with past tense, but in the remaining sentence can is all present tense. Can is present tense, could is past tense. So whenever the sentence begins with a simple past, there must be in the remaining part of the sentence the relevant past tense. మిగతా వాక్య భాగంలో తగిన past tense ఉండవాలి. Past tense తో మొదలైంది, past tense లేదు. That's why this is wrong. What should we say then? We thought that you could solve the problem. Can is not correct, but could is correct. Similarly, he did not notice that the car is coming. So did not notice. This sentence is beginning with a simple past tense. But the remaining sentence is the present continuous. This is not matching. Then you have to say, he did not notice that the car was coming. One more rule is given here. Expressions indicating amount, measurement, distance, length take a singular verb. Please keep this point in your mind. It's going to be a very, very important one. Expressions indicating amount indicating expressions, measurement, 10 feet, 20 feet, 20 miles, 30 miles, the measurement, distance, of course, or length. So these are all measurement indicating expressions, distance indicating expressions, length indicating expressions. All these expressions take only a singular verb after them. But in the examination, they give you what is that? A plural verb, plural helping verb. Keep this point in your mind. How? I'll give you one. 10 kilometers distance indicating expression. 10 kilometers, 10 kilometerlu distance. Or a long. Don't say or a long distance, but you have to say 10 kilometers is a long. This rule may look to be very simple, but it is very difficult in the examination. Right. 500 rupees, 500 rupayalu. Of course, that looks to be a plural expression, but in the English language, it is taken into a single unit. Therefore, you cannot say, 500 rupees is not a big amount. So, please keep this rule in your mind, and let us go to learn other important rules. 11th one is there. We should use shall for I and we in the interrogative sentence only when we make an offer or suggestion, but not will. So, whenever we make an offer or suggestion in the first person singular and plural, I and we. What is I? First person singular. We, first person plural. So with these I and we, whenever we make an offer or suggestion, we should use only shall but not will. Shall I go home? You can say, will I go home? You cannot say that. Shall I go home means నేను ఇంటికి వెళ్ళాలా? You are seeking somebody's suggestion. Will I go home? నేను ఇంటికి వెళ్తానా? Meaningless. Shall I go home? Will I go home? Shall I go home? నేను ఇంటికి వెళ్ళాలా? Will I go home? నేను ఇంటికి వెళ్తానా? Okay. Will I give you a cup of coffee? నేను నీకు ఒక cup of coffee ఇస్తానా? కాదు. Shall I give you a cup of coffee? నీకు ఒక cup of coffee ఇవ్వాలా? It's an offer. Shall I give you? Shall I? With I and we use only shall. Shall I give you a cup of coffee? నీకు ఒక cup of coffee ఇవ్వాలా? Will we watch the cricket match on TV? మనము టీవీలో క్రికెట్ మ్యాచ్ చూడాలా? మన టీవీలో క్రికెట్ మ్యాచ్ చూడాలా ఇస్ మీనింగ్లెస్. తెలుగులో కూడా మీనింగ్లెస్. ఇంగ్లీష్లో ఎట్లుండాలి? Shall we watch the cricket match on TV? టీవీలో మనము క్రికెట్ మ్యాచ్ చూడాలా? It's a proposal, it's an offer, it's a suggestion. Shall we చూద్దామా? Okay. Will I buy this mobile? Will I buy? The meaning of this is ఈ మొబైల్ కొంటానా కాదు. Shall I buy this mobile? ఈ మొబైల్ కొనాలా? See the meaning of these two things. Will I and meaning vastundi, shall I and meaning. So please, with the I and we, first person singular and plural, we should use only shall but not will. Okay. 12th one, after the conjunctions lest, only the auxiliary should be used and not other auxiliaries. Remember, after the conjunction lest, we should use only the auxiliary should. Auxiliary means helping verb. We should use the auxiliary should but not other auxiliaries. Should is always a mid-position conjunction. That means it always occurs in the middle of the sentence. సెంటెన్స్ లో ఎప్పుడు మిడిల్ లోనే వచ్చే కంజంక్షన్ కాబట్టి మిడ్ పొజిషన్ కంజంక్షన్. అదర్ కంజంక్షన్ ఆర్ దట్ they appear at the beginning of the sentence, in the middle of the sentence, and but here it is only mid position conjunction, right? She worked hard lest she could fail. After lest could is there, this is a different auxiliary. She worked hard lest she should. After lest you must use only should but not could. Similarly, the farmers repaired the loan in time lest they would be penalized. So after lest would is used wrongly. So you have to say the farmers repaired the loan in time lest they should be penalized. So after lest you should use the auxiliary should. Okay, this lest is a mid position conjunction. Okay, right. So now we go to learn the next rule. 13th one is there. After the purpose indicating conjunctions, that is so that in order that only the auxiliary can or may, could or might, okay, can or may or could or might should be used and not other auxiliaries. After the purpose indicating conjunctions. What are the purpose indicating conjunctions? That, so that, in order that. And remember, these are also mid position conjunctions. They always occur in the middle of the sentences. Okay, and here after these conjunctions we have to use only can or may. If the sentence is in the present tense, you can use either can or may. It's up to you. If the sentence is in the past tense, you can use either could or might. It's up to you. Any one of them you can use. Okay, right. Here you pay attention. She worked hard so the sentence is in the past and therefore, but here after so that can is used, wrongly use it. Okay, since the sentence is in the past tense, we should use only the relevant past tense. What is the past tense of can? Could. So therefore, so that she could get through TET. The farmers repaid the loan in time in order that they may not be penalized. So here again the sentence is in the simple past tense, and therefore after in order that we should use only what is that could or might, but here only may is given, may not be penalized. So therefore the farmers repaid the loan in time in order that they might not be, because the sentence is the past tense, so this must be might, but here it is given only may, so that's like that. And one more example is given. We eat so that in order that, so that or in order that we could or might live. So two things I have used it to tense in the example. So we eat, simple present tense, present tense. So after that present tense where auxiliary must be there. So here what should you do? We eat so that or in order that we can or may live. Please, if you can watch this slide again and again, you can understand all these things very, very easily. Okay, and now let's move on to learn the next rule. 14th one is there. To pass means to spend time casually. Pass, time pass. How are you passing your time? Pass means to spend the time casually, but to spend means to while away the time joyfully. మామూలుగా సమయమును గడపడాన్ని you say pass. ఆనందంగా గడపడాన్ని spend అంటారు. There is some difference. So here we will pass a week in Ooty this summer. సమ్మర్లో ఊటీకి వెళ్ళి అక్కడ టైం పాస్ చేస్తావా, టైం స్పెండ్ చేస్తావా? What do? You don't pass a week, but what do? You spend a week. మామూలుగా గడప ఒక వీక్ని, ఆనందంగా గడుపుతావు. So this is okay. 15th one. Here means to listen to something casually. మామూలుగా వినడాన్ని here అంటాం. Listen to means to listen to something attentively. Listen to means శ్రద్ధగా వినడాన్ని listen to అంటాం. When you are going along the road, many sounds will be entering your ears because there are no lids. దీనికి చెవులకు మూతలు ఏమి లేవు వినకుండా ఉండడానికి. అనేకమైన హారన్లు, వాళ్ళు many different sounds will be entering your. This is called hear. You hear different sounds. But whenever somebody is speaking to you, how do you listen? You listen to it carefully. Listen to means శ్రద్ధగా విను. Here means మామూలుగా విను. So here when I speak, నేను మాట్లాడేటప్పుడు యూ మస్ట్ హియర్ మీ. వాట్ ఈస్ దిస్? నేను మాట్లాడేటప్పుడు నువ్వు నన్ను మామూలుగా వింటావా? నో. వెన్ ఐ స్పీక్ యూ మస్ట్ లిసన్ టు మీ. శ్రద్ధగా వినాలి. వన్ మోర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇస్ గివెన్ హియర్. షీ లవ్స్ టు హియర్ కర్ణాటిక్ మ్యూజిక్ ఆన్ రేడియో. See, you don't hear Carnatic music, you listen to it. So she loves to hear, she listens to Carnatic music on radio. So it's like that, sir. So here means listening to something casually, and what is that? Listen to means listening to something attentively. Okay, and now let's move on to learn the other rules. 16th one is there. The right verbs to indicate speech are deliver or make, but not give. Okay, please keep this point in your mind. The right verbs to indicate speech are deliver or make, but not give. The president gave a speech on the Republic Day. Don't say gave a speech, because to indicate the speech you should not use this verb give, right? And here see, the president delivered or made, any one of them you can use. Delivered a speech or made a speech on the Republic Day. Please keep this point in your mind. 17th one. The right verbs to indicate lecture are deliver and give, but not make. To indicate this lecture, you can use the verb deliver or give, but not make. Okay. For speech, you can use deliver and make, but not give. But here, give, for lecture, you can use the verb deliver or give. So this you should not use. The professor is making a lecture. Okay, no. Here, the professor is delivering a lecture is correct, or giving a lecture is also correct. Okay. And now let's move on to learn the next thing. 18th one. Cost means the expenditure incurred to produce an article. Cost means the total cost. Okay. Cost means the production cost. Expenditure incurred to produce an article. Oka vastuvu utpatti cheyutaku padina dharane antaru utpatti dhara, that is called. Price means in Telugu it is clear. Cost ante utpatti dhara. Utpatti cheyadaniki oka vastuvu, this pen is there to produce this, that it might cost the manufacturer 5 rupees, okay, or 1 rupee, take it for granted, and the price of this is 10 rupees. That means 9 rupees added towards tax, octroi tax, local tax, GST, this and that, so profit and everything is included. So 1 rupee is cost, okay, and 5 rupees is what? Its price. It's like that. So therefore, cost means utpatti dhara, price or rate means ammakam dhara. That's nothing but market offer, market price. But most of the people say, then cost entandi anta. Don't. How can the seller know the cost of that product? A vastuvu yokka utpatti dhara varike em telustadi, ammakam dhariki. Shop loki vellinappudu you should not say what is the cost of this pen, what is the cost of this book, ala cost ane maata vaadoddu. You have to say what is the price of the book, what is the rate of the book. Then rate entandi, watch yokka rate entandi, price entandi, you have to say, but not what is the cost of this cost. What is the cost of this watch? You cannot say that, right? Okay, hope you have understood this. What is the cost of the book? No, you have to say what is the price or rate of that book. That's right. And 19th rule is there. The verb bring means to get the thing from its respective place. Okay, bring means oka vastuvunu దాని యొక్క అది ఉన్న దగ్గర నుంచి తీసుకురావడాన్ని, దట్స్ కాల్డ్ బ్రింగ్, తెచ్చు, తీసుకువచ్చు. ఓకే, బట్ ఫెచ్ మీన్స్ టు గో అండ్ బ్రింగ్. The teacher has come into the class. She has forgotten to bring with her or with him a piece of chalk. Then that teacher has called Mohan. Hey Mohan, come here. Fetch me a piece of chalk. What does the teacher say? Fetch me a piece of chalk. That fetch means వెళ్ళి తీసుకురావడాన్ని ఫెచ్ అంటారు. పోయి తీసుకురావడాన్ని ఫెచ్ అంటారు. అక్కడ ఉన్నదాన్ని తీసుకొస్తే బ్రింగ్ అంటారు. అక్కడే ఉన్నాడు మోహన్ అనుకోండి, బ్రింగ్ మీ ఏ పీస్ ఆఫ్ చాక్, దట్ ఈస్ డిఫరెంట్. ఇక్కడి నుంచి వెళ్ళి తీసుకురావడాన్ని ఫెచ్ అంటారు. సో ద డిఫరెన్స్ ఈస్ దేర్ బిట్వీన్ బ్రింగ్ అండ్ ఫెచ్. So bring in this verb fetch, go and bring. This go is there. Therefore, with this, again you should not use go. Fetch antene go and bring. పోయి తీసుకురా. That's the meaning. Then how can you say go and fetch me a glass of water? Fetch lone go undi. Why using this go? That's why this is wrong. Fetch me a glass of water. పోయి తీసుకురా. Yes, am I? Fetch me a glass of water. Fetch me a pen. ఇక్కడి నుంచి వెళ్ళి pen. Fetch me a pen. Fetch me a glass of water. Something like that. Okay. And the 20th rule is there. The phrasal verb look up should be used to search for a word in the dictionary. Look up means dictionary lo oka maatanu vedakuta. అందుకే వాడతారు దాన్ని. Don't you know the meaning of the word simultaneously? Then look up this word in the dictionary. అయితే డిక్షనరీలో వెదకు. డిక్షనరీలో వెదకడాన్ని ఇంగ్లీష్లో look up. Look this word in the dictionary. Don't say look this word. but you have to say look up this word in the dictionary. So in this way, look is wrong, look up means oka maatanu dictionary lo vedakuta. Right, let's go to learn the next rules. 21st one, the verb prefer is not followed by than but by to. The verb prefer is not followed by than but by to. Prefer తర్వాత than అనేటటువంటి కంజంక్షన్ రాదు, బట్ to అనే ప్రిపోజిషనే వస్తుంది. రైట్, I would prefer tea than coffee. No, I would prefer tea to coffee. That is correct. 22nd rule, the verb invite is not followed by for but by to. After invite you should use only to but not for. Right, this you know very well. He invited me for dinner. Don't say for dinner, you have to say he invited me to dinner. That's correct. And the 23rd rule is there, the verb die is not followed by from but of. Die, chanipovu, from. Most of the people say he died from cancer. No, he died from AIDS, he died from COVID-19. Don't use the preposition from after die. ఎవరైనా రోగాలతో చనిపోతే ఫ్రమ్ వాడద్దండి. యూ హ్యావ్ టు సే he died of cancer, he died of COVID-19. అలా డై ఆఫ్టర్ డై యూ హ్యావ్ టు యూజ్ ద ప్రిపోజిషన్ ఆఫ్. ఓకే, he died from cancer. No, he died of cancer. Right, and the last things we are going to learn on the last slide. Okay, 24th rule is there, the verb pray is always followed by to. The verb pray is always followed by the preposition to. Okay, but most of the people don't use to at all. They simply say we pray God. What? Pray God? We should pray God. Don't say we should pray God, we should pray to God. దేవునికి ప్రార్థించాలి. Right, and the last one I think here is the verb return means to give something back, and as such it is never followed by back again. Return అంటేనే తిరిగి ఇచ్చుట. The word back is already in this. By using back after this, that's meaningless. Return means tirigi ichuta. This tirigi is always this back. What tirigi means in English back. The meaning of this back is already in this. Why using back again? That's why it's meaningless. The child returned back all the pictures. No, the meaning of this is already in that. The child returned all the books. The MC students returned back their uniforms. No, the MC students returned their uniforms. So it's like that. Okay, with this video comes to an end. Thank you so much for watching this video. Dear TET and DSC candidates, thank you so much for watching this beautiful video. If you have any problem, please mention it in the comment section. And most of you are not making use of the comment section. You are not even liking my videos. You are not sharing my videos with others. Please, I'm undergoing a lot of ordeal in preparing or in making this video, and you don't understand my hard work. Please try to subscribe to my channel and share this video with your good friends, and if possible, if at all you like it, you just click on the like button and you show your liking in that way. Okay, with another beautiful video, and I'll be back to you. Until then, bye, see you all of you.